I always drive the car on Saturday. Never drive on Monday.
What is this? Who is this guy?
I don't know. She jumped into the car.
Yeah, we can jump out.
I'm an excellent driver.
Yeah, that's good. Come on, come on.
Leo, did you break the car?
I broke the car. Leo may or may not have tested the do not back up for severe tire damage mechanism. We admit nothing. Your story is safe with me. Okay?
For the
I know
record,
what you're talking about.
For the record, he did not back up.
That's true. He didn't back up. Issue solved.
Well, we'll have to let you drive sometime. Raymond! You never touch the steering wheel when I'm driving. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Well, welcome to Columbus, Ohio. We are in perhaps the funkiest locker room, it was more of a dressing room, I guess, than I can ever remember. And we've got some new equipment that we are letting loose with on this trip. And Dan Keeney walks in.
I did. Hi.
So it's a bit of an engineering feat trying to figure out exactly how we're going to set this up. The arena's on fire. No, it's not. Haze test. So there is a reason for all the retro-ness going on in this episode, and I will get to that eventually. How cool is this? The lady said, "Hey, do you want a corner room?" I said, "Sure." I got all kind of windows and a view of Columbus. This is awesome. You know, I always rave when we're in a walking city, and we're in a walking city. Booyah. Oh, just had a absolutely amazing dinner. I'll spare you all that. I know most of you rarely care, but it was just a lovely dinner with some of the guys that I work with in a really cool downtown area. You gotta love Columbus. I'm looking forward to getting some rest tonight and get it back at it tomorrow. We got the best Uber driver in all of Columbus. And also, we don't have a car.
That's how we do.
So Brandon's taking us to Kroger because...
Out of the goodness of my heart.
Yes, you really are. We don't deserve Brandon. You always end up getting the same thing.
I know, but I'm trying to not do dairy now.
I have this secret wish. I wish every grocery store in America was laid out the same so I could find stuff. So that's half the battle, is just figuring out where they keep everything. Did I mention how much I love walking cities? Still true. Yeah, we get a lot of provisions. And Brandon had to drop us at the hotel. Thank you, Brandon. I'd like to thank you on this video now.
Hashtag Brandon.
Hashtag, thanks, Brandon. Now it's time to go to work. What is that noise? All right, well, it is Friday morning, and so you get my Friday morning at the venue thoughts. I'll go ahead and finally tell you what the retro look about all of this means. This is a strange anniversary. Well, okay, it's not strange necessarily. It's just that this month, August of 2019, marks 31 years that I've been doing this kind of work. Live production, TV production, live events, and everything in between. And I think that's kind of cool. I love that I can say that I've had a 31-year career doing what I absolutely love. The whole reason behind giving Rain Man some feature in this is that in 1988, when I started all this, Rain Man was the most successful box office film of that year, and it's always been one of my favorites.
How'd you do that? How'd you do that?
I don't know.
You memorized the whole book?
No.
You start from the beginning?
Yeah.
How far'd you get?
G.
G?
G, God's sake. William Marsh, God's sake.
You memorized to G.
Yeah, G.
Coffee. How long have you had a drinking problem? I have become a bit of an IMDb junkie. When I think about an old movie, I love to go on that site and look at the trivia and get some insight as to what was going on when the film was made. Some of the little inside stories that you just don't get unless you go looking for them. And I was doing that, looking into Rain Man. And something jumped out at me that I thought was absolutely amazing. Apparently, about 3 weeks into filming, Dustin Hoffman went to the director and said that he needed to resign. And the director asked him why, and he said, because I think I'm giving just an absolute abysmal performance here, and you'd probably do better to find somebody else. The director very wisely talked him out of that. What is the noise? The director very wisely talked him out of that, said, you're doing great, and we'd really like you to continue. So he did.
And the Oscar goes to Dustin Hoffman for Rain Man.
And Dustin Hoffman went on to win the Oscar that year for Best Actor. When I think back over 31 years, I can tell you that there were many times that I absolutely wanted to quit. I would get frustrated. I would be aggravated at myself for something that I was not very good at or hadn't learned how to do yet. Whatever the case was, I was very close to quitting and trying just about anything else. But I love that I can sit here now and tell you about how I've been doing this for 31 years. Galatians 6:9 says that you will reap a harvest if you don't give up. So let me encourage you. If there's something that you're frustrated with, something that you're just, I don't know, wringing your hands over today, press in. Don't give up. Keep on going. Because maybe someday you could be sitting here like me and just be really happy, really proud of the amount of work that you've been able to do for a long time. Our standard Friday morning of doing all the things has given way to a lovely walk to lunch. And what a teaser. This is almost fall-like. Glorious temperatures. I think it's 71 degrees. Come on. One of these places that everybody raves about, so of course we gotta try it. Hot chicken, this is actually gonna be my first experience, so my mouth's already watering a little bit, a lot of bit.
Yeah, we're good. Thank you, sir.
I am ruined for regular chicken. One of the things I love about being in a walking city means that I can run back to the hotel hotel and catch a little rest before things kick off. All these amazing people are back here waiting to get inside, and night number 1 is about to kick off here in Columbus, Ohio. Woo! Man, we were busy from the time things got started tonight, so I didn't get you a whole lot of the actual conference, but everything went all right. I think we're gonna run get a slice of pizza because there's a good spot to do that. So why not? Go big or go home. Pizza, the fam. Megan. She wanted to be in the video. That right there is a good way to end a good day. Slices with my peeps. Good night. Oh, I have felt so rusty this weekend. I'm guessing that after, what, 2 months of not doing these, it's so funny, even after you do it for years, you take a couple of months out of your normal routine and it just feels clunky. That's the way the last couple days have felt. We get through our 2 sessions today. We pack this thing up and send it on down the road to Anaheim, California, where we are doing a humongous event. I'll be there for a week. Should be good. Here's my semi-annual reminder of just how glamorous it is to go backstage. Everybody wants backstage passes. This is it. The morning session went fantastic. We will rock this next one and get it all put back away. And we got a late flight tonight. Well, that is a wrap on Columbus. Now everything gets put away, back on the truck. We do this again in about a month.